Hi everyone, Lily Lolia here. I am a holistic coach specializing in baths, what I commonly call bath therapy. We have met in a few videos now to talk about baths. I want to present some small tips to help you have a successful bath. For information, I remind you that I wrote a book with Bussière, Practical Baths for Tough Times. You will find the link below if you are interested in ordering. I frequently forget to explain what brought me to baths, to this genuine passion for bathing, about 10 years ago now. I was in the banking sector at a large Parisian bank. And then I was at a crossroads. It wasn't for me. I felt a truly deep malaise that I couldn't define, because while working in capital markets I was making a very decent living. But I lacked answers. I didn't feel well. I didn't feel in my place, but I had a malaise I couldn't explain. I started having some dreams, notably of my great-grandmother, whom I barely knew since she died when I was 6 years old. My great-grandmother, by the way. I am from Guadeloupe, from the Caribbean, was a healer, meaning she mastered the secrets of plants that she sold at the markets. And she also massaged people, so what we now call a shaman. I began to have a number of dreams. I lived in the US for some years, since I had met love in the United States at that time. But the dream stayed, and neither did that unease. I knew I was not made for this job, at least not anymore. But I found no solution or the drive to really move on and truly change my life. But I had regular dreams that guided me on certain attitudes I could understand over the years. Returning to the Antilles on a trip, I met a person who was, and still is, a healer, who helped me interpret the dreams. I didn't know anything about plants, but the names of the plants had been given to me. And that was when I had this meeting with holistic baths and the power of holistic baths. So I chose to take a bath, respecting the rules of the art, so to speak, if we can call it that. And then I saw a real change in my life. So for me, who was very rational and still am, there are things that I could not call just a coincidence. I had many synchronicities at that time, and I even decided to leave the US, the life I had there, and stay in the Antilles. I had so many synchronicities. First, during a trip right after, I went to the Dominican Republic for a bit. And from this first bath, many synchronicities were created and things fell into place. So I will perhaps speak to you more at length about all this in the next video. But I just want to tell you that I am talking about a technique, a quantum method, that literally changed my life. Now I will give you the main points, some of which are outlined in the book. But I am giving you some main points to allow you to advance on your path simply and humbly at my level, to allow you to go through this quest for self-discovery and the fabulous, extraordinary power that baths can bring you. Firstly, the first thing is intention. The reason you take a bath for purification or harmony of your being or to comfort your inner child. But I always say start with a purification bath as we always need it. That intention, I think that takes the most time because the word is creative. In the beginning was the word. It is important to spend the necessary time. Then we are composed of at least 60% water. Some studies say more. Do not neglect the quality of the water you drink. And this water that you will use for your bath, use quality water. The number of ingredients is also important. But you know there are baths of every kind, herbal baths, essential oil baths, still plants, hydrosol. You must know that in spagyrics, which is the alchemical art of plants, the plant itself is the body. It represents the body. Essential oil is the soul, so use less. And the hydrosol or floral water represents the spirit. You have a choice. You also have baths of colors. And there we focus more on the colors. Baths of color, chakra baths, crystal baths, which are stones. You have many possibilities with baths. Although not everything goes together just anyway. But you have a wide range. To make a bath, you can also use Bach flowers or bush elixirs, which are Australian plants. Shamanic elixirs. You have a choice. All this to tell you that to make a bath, you don't need much. You can make a bath with what you also have in your kitchen, garlic, which generally has the capacity to purify and give strength. L'oignon aussi, notamment, mais l'ail est vraiment purificateur. You have a lemon, always for the same reasons. Cloves, really to boost the momentum, to start new things. Of course, for certain baths, you are also required to honor the moon, but that is separate. You can make baths with plants, but also with flowers. So the choice is extremely wide. So follow my videos. I will always give you tips and compositions you can make. I look forward to your comments and likes. Information that also allows me to improve what I am currently doing, but it is with much love and happiness that I pass on to you what I received. So at the bottom of the video you can like and subscribe, and by double clicking you receive a notification when I upload next videos. I always say happy bathing. See you soon.